Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Right at the bottom. Did you see that?
Yeah, so we pulled up, not the first spot we pulled up, it was maybe half an hour after the start, and just pulled up to the bank where we started yesterday morning. And where we pulled up, there was a heap of silver perch just under the water in 50 feet, and saw a couple of swirls and thought that was them eating some bugs, but it wasn't. It was bass, and the whole corner of this bay just was bass eating bugs off the top. So we were just throwing, well, I was throwing cicadas at them. I think maybe 15 bites for, well, probably more bites than that actually, for 9 or 10 hookups. Pulled hooks on 2 really, really good fish and got one about 900 grams. But it was a hell of a lot of fun.
One eating a bug just there. Catch him. Yep, fairy dust plop. Little dry fly. Oh. How's that sip? But as I said, I didn't get anything real decent in the morning anyway, so. Yeah, he's a bit nuggety. That's 5. Look at that. Definitely not going to win it with them, but.
Queensland's Mick Johnson significantly improved his day 2 bag compared to day 1, and he did all of his damage on skirted jigs.
Got him that time. Followed ya.
Yeah.
He's just worked out his hook.
Me too.
This one. The net side. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
It's alright.
I had a few fish the other day where I was like, it's not that big, and then it grew about 10 centimetres as soon as it hit my deck. It's number 3.
Mike Nelson won the first qualifying event of 2019 on a jig in the Clarence River, and he applied those skills magnificently at St Clair.
Oh, big one.
There we go.
Yeah. Boom.
I threw a black 3/8 Pryce factory jig with a Seaman crawl trailer, 10 pound braid, 10 pound leader, and just shaking it on the bottom. In the mornings they would just really take it, but as it got further in the day they'd get a bit finicky.
I fished up the right arm start, and they seemed to bite up there, but they were only small fish really early, up pretty shallow. And then as the day got a bit later, try and fish those deeper edges, but still shallow. They just seemed to hold the bigger fish. And just running a bait caster setup, the Edge Black Widow 704, a Steez 6.3 ratio, so probably a bit slow, but Torre braid, power game leader, and just black jig, black gulp. Pretty simple sort of stuff. This weekend, I don't know, they didn't seem to really commit to anything, so I just sort of had to let them have it for quite a while before I actually knew. Otherwise, I'd set the hook too early and pull it out their mouth. Yesterday was definitely better. I mean, I said 40, but it was probably more like 50 or 60. Today, it was probably a lot more of a struggle. We probably only got 20 or 30 maybe. And yeah, just missed those big key ones. So.
I got some better fish today than yesterday, so which was good. I used the jig again and just threw it right up into the shallows and just hopped it out of the shallows. I run the Pro Factory 3/8 jig. Usually run the Berkeley Gulp as the trailer on it. I like to use the TD Blacks in the rods, and the Stratics are the reels that I run. So.
Right at the boat. Did you see that? Yep. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, come on, this way. No. Right.
Yeah, it was real weird. They were getting in real shallow, like 2 foot, and you're watching them swim around. So I was just targeting isolated stumps or any timber, any rock piles with a square bill. Felt like the square bill was going to do the most damage. And then once that sun got high, or like as the day progressed it on, I went to a jig. Just went to anywhere from like that 2 foot to 12, 15 foot, and just kept the jig on the bottom and just kept slow rolling it, jigging it, and just kept in their face. I couldn't tell you what square bill it is. I think it's like a Strike King one from America. It's like a red craw colour. I was using it on a 7'3", 2 to 5 kilo duff rod. Straight through fluoro, I think it's 12 pound. And then just nice slow roll. So it's the same rod, but I'm using 14 pound straight through. And then it's on one of the Pro Factory jigs, on the football jigs. And then early in the morning I was using the Equips, just I felt like it swum through the weed a lot better.
Narrabri's Graham Ford fell agonisingly short of the win, dropping just 40 grams short of the eventual winner, Dane Pryce. He spent most of his time fishing the top of the Fallbrook Arm in the slightly dirtier, shallow water. Most of his fish came on jigs and jerkbaits. But the winner of the $15,000 and the 2019 Sufix Bass Pro Series Grand Final is Dane Pryce. He did all of his damage on jigs, and let's hear from him how he got the job done.
Yeah, pretty stoked at the moment. I'm really glad to do well, especially at the home lake. I'm pretty happy to hear the grand final is going to be at Lake St Clair. Fish is great all time of the year, but especially this time of the year. I actually started doing the Hobie brim rounds a while ago, and that's sort of how I got into the tournament fishing. And I actually went into Mark Ferguson's wife, Shay. She runs a tackle shop there, Bass and Brim at Morisset. Yeah. And she recommended to try a bass tournament, and I did. And after the first day, I was like, this is me. This is what I want to do. This is the first year I've fished as a boater, and I really wanted to make the grand final. I was happy just to be here, and it's just even more special to take it out. I pre-fished both of the arms leading up to the tournament, and Fallbrook actually fished a bit better for me. And when I went there on the pre-fish day for this on Tuesday, there was a lot of boats up there, and I was catching smaller fish. So it would have been after lunchtime I went up Carrabrook and had a bit of a look, and I caught a couple of decent fish. I got a few bites and left a lot of fish there, and I thought, I've got nothing to lose. I like Carrabrook, I'll give it a go, and luckily it held up for 2 days. Most of them were on the timber, but there was a few rock walls up Carrabrook too where I picked a couple key fish off them as well. Yeah, the Vex lure there, the black and brown. A lot of people like the all black jigs, and I've always been a fan of the black and brown, just something a bit different. A bit of sparkle in that one too. I don't know if it does anything, but it caught me and it caught the fish. So it's a Berkeley creature trailer. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, Berkeley trailer. Yeah, so that's the Miller Rod Switch Freak UL. When they were on pre-order, I ordered them straight away. I thought long rod, meant for jigs, that's what I want. And I think I ordered one, and then as soon as it arrived, I was like, yep, I'll buy 2 more. And Yeah, they're a great rod, perfect for jigs, good for chatterbaits and everything as well. But yeah, I'd normally just have jigs strapped to them, and got the Daiwa Tachula reel on there, Daiwa Evo 8 braid. One fish beat me. I had one that he was stuck for a good 10 minutes, and I persisted and I got him out. I hand lined him out in the end. But yeah, one got me yesterday afternoon. It was almost the first fish I caught today. The first one I caught today was a good fish. And yeah, because it was the first one, I was like, yep, they're still here. I'm going to get 5 of these. And
Yep.
4 or 5? 4, I think. On the go.
Do you think you've got it, Dane?
Maybe it'll be close.
Yes. Look at Louise. It's getting close. It is going to be close. We've got Darren Greenstreet telling me just hurry up, put him on the scales. Boom. 4.85. We have a new leader, Dane Pryce. Congratulations for leading at the moment, but we still have the Angler of the Year to come up next, who was Graham Ford, who went out with the only other bag over 5 kilos.
He went home sick, didn't he?
I don't think so. He would have fished till he died.
If you win, I hope you're going to shout your wife out, who I seen down there sweating her guts out, packing up your camp this morning.
That's good.
She deserves a nice dinner tonight if you take it out.
She does, yes.
How much you getting, Steve? 4.8. Oh, 4.75. Which has it. All you needed was for one to not poo as much in the live well as you come running across the dam. You do realise that?
Well, we had the fish on, and I was just about to net it. It was a kilo fish, and the jig flew out and hit me in the forehead.
I can see the mark. It drew blood and all. Take your fish away, but it's all about the champion. Our 2019 Sufix Bass Pro Grand Final winner, Dane Pryce. Congratulations. Did you think you could do it?
Oh, yesterday morning I had such a great, one of the best, probably the best session I've had in St. Clair. And even Jason said it himself, like, just sort of everything sort of worked. Like I had one brick me in the timber and I stuffed around him for him for about 10 minutes and I thought he was gone, and I started to handline him in and he come out and Jason's like, it might be meant to be. And I think he was right.
And if you want to check out all of the highlights and all of the Sufix Bass Pro Grand Final coverage from Lake St. Clair, visit www.abt.org.au.